so.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another version of the Bantry Boys Live here, July 29th, 2020. We're going to be doing an hour set here tonight and doing some of our songs that you've heard. Hopefully many of you heard time and time again. We've played them time and time again. So we're just getting set up here, and hopefully you're doing well with the old pandemic that's going on and the heat that's going on, and hopefully things are going well for you this summer. We're really looking forward to get back to some sort of normalcy when we get out playing again, but in the interim we're going to be doing some of this. We do have a couple of private gigs coming up, but we're anxiously looking forward to when things will open up and we'll be back playing at some of our favorite spots. We ready here, guys?
It is precisely 8 o'clock.
So that wasn't recorded.
It was.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Don't try this at home, kids.
No. It's very dangerous. But, all right, so we're going to be starting with a song that we love to do, a song called Whiskey in the Jar. As I was going over the Ordinary Mountain, I left the house with Caroline, just funny he was coming. First they were meeting pistols, then they were meeting rangers saying, sometimes the lever for I am too cold to see where my sugar ain't on the I call the radio, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out the money. Start off this third Bantry Boys Live session, and we do know that some of you have called in, written in, texted in, whatever, that to do some requests. So we're gonna throw some requests out at you that were asked of us. This next song is a song that we learned many years ago, right, James?
Many. I'd say in the 60s.
Yes, believe it or not.
60s.
That's before Eric was born. Before Eric was born. And a song called "The Whistling Gypsy Rover."
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady.
gypsy rover came over down through the valley so shady. So then he sang to the green woods rang, he won the heart of a lady.
Ah-dee-do, darling. Ah-dee-do, he whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. She left her father's castle gate, she left her lover, she left her servants and her estate to follow the gypsy rover. Ah-dee-do, darling.
Warmed up here because, as I said, we're not usually we're singing every week or every 2 weeks, and it's been since about a month since we last did this. I guess it's been about a month.
That close.
And it's not like that we rehearse every night.
What do we have next there, Mike?
We got a song called "A Morning Glory."
No. Okay, what's next?
Ah.
Yes.
Nobody's switching the one.
No. So this next song is about an Irishman who lived a long time ago. He was the Irish version of Robin Hood. He stole from the rich and he gave to the poor. His name was Redmond O'Hanlon, the gallant rapparee. Ferdinand O'Hanlon. There we go. I think the next one is we're going to do is Morning Glory. Any other news we have to report, fellows? Like
About the Morning Glory?
about anything?
In general?
Yeah.
Oddly, we did 2 of the first 3 songs about highwaymen.
Okay.
Patrick Fleming and who was the other one? Oh, and Redmond.
Redmond.
The other one.
Something that's for trivia buffs that you should remember that. Anyway.
Rapparees.
Yes, Morning Glory we're going to do.
Now, the Morning Glory is the name of the song in the next, or the name of the ship rather, in the next song. And the song is about a young sailor on that ship and how he spends his time ashore.
One for the morning glory, 2 for the early dew, 3 for the man who is standing surrounded, 4 for the love of you, the girl, 4 for the love of you.
The day I like a little thing to raise some glass and sing. An hour or 2, a fine round and one way to anything. And the gospels in the resistance for the landlord's daughter's fair. Every night we put out the light and go up the stair.
Singing 1 for the morning glory, 2 for the early dew, 3 for the man who is standing surrounded, 4 for the love of you, the girl, 4 for the love of you.
Now I'm called from foreign shores to go and find them home. I want no more of the sister forest till I decide to go. What I say to the way on the ship,
The morning glory was her name.
it all fall down when the road went down and we get up and start again.
Singing 1 for the morning glory, 2 for the early dew, 3 for the man who is standing surrounded, 4 for the love of you, the girl, 4 for the love of you. There were 3 little girls and a bouncing boy, and they all looked just like me. Singing 1 for the morning glory, 2 for the early dew, 3 for the man who is standing surrounded, 4 for the love of you, the girl, 4 for the love of you. Singing 1 for the morning glory, 2 for the early dew, 3 for the man who is standing surrounded, 4 for the love of you, the girl, 4 for the love of you.
Morning Glory, thanks. We have a Jet walking around here in case you see a...
Jet is back.
Jet is back here and he's being a very nice doggy here. Okay, so we got a couple of requests for this next song, and it is a ballad, and it's written by a Scotsman, Eric Bogle. And Eric Bogle has done some great work, written some great songs about like anti-war songs, and this is one of the songs that we love to do, although we haven't done it in a long time. It's a song actually goes by a few different names. One is Willie McBride, and another is Green Fields of France. And actually, the author himself, Eric Bogle, has called it or penned it "No Man's Land." So, whatever one you like, we're going to do it here. And I may have some cheat sheets here, but I'll try it without. Well, how would you do, Private Willie McBride? You mind if I sit here down by your graveside and I'll rest for a while in the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. Well, I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916.
Well, I hope you like Cliff, and I hope you like me. For big and cry was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drums slowly? Did they sound the pipe lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you as they lowered you down? Did the bugles sing last post and chorus? The pipes made of flowers of forest. And did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory entwined. And though you died back in 1916, in some faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without any name, enshrined forever behind the glass frame? In an old photograph torn, tattered and stained, and fading to yellow in the brown leather frame. Did they beat the drums slowly? Did they sound the pipe lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you as they lowered you down? Did the bugles sing the last post and chorus? Did pipes play the flowers of forest? Now the sun's shining bright on these green fields of France, and the warm wind blows gently and makes the red poppies dance, and the trenches have vanished under the plough. No gas, no barbed wire, no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard is still no man's land. The countless white crosses in mute witness stand to man's mighty difference to his fellow man. To a whole generation who was butchered and damned, did they beat the drums slowly? Did they sound the pipe lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you as they lowered you down? Did the bugles sing last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Well, the sun's shining bright on these green fields of France, and the warm wind blows gently and makes the red poppies dance, and the trenches have vanished under the plough. No gas, no barbed wire, no guns firing down. But here in this graveyard is still no man's land. The countless white crosses in the mute witness stand to man's mighty indifference to his fellow man. To the whole generation who was butchered and damned, did they beat the drums slowly? Did they sound the pipe lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you as they lowered you down? Did the bugles sing the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of forest? Like handheld would wonder, now we may cry, and all those who lie here know why they died. Did you really believe them when they told you the cause? Did you really believe that this war would end cause? Well, the suffering, the sorrow, the glory, the shame, killing, the dying, it was all done in vain. Oh, we've been right, it's all happened again. And again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drums slowly? Did they sound the
No Man's Land, William McBride, and you got an extra verse there for free.
That's so you can memorize the
That's
words.
right. That third verse was a special one so that if you needed to get the words down, I did it for you. Thank you. Mike?
Lord of the Dance.
Ah, Lord of the Dance. Woo-hoo-hoo.
We did that. A shaker tune, yes.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the last left.
Oh, I did. As soon as I said the third or fourth word.
So it has been suggested, the name of the Shaker hymn that this came from is called The Simple Things. Simple Things. And it has been suggested that we learn simple things and mix it in with Lord of the Dance.
Ah, okay.
It's just a suggestion.
Learn it right now? Or?
We
Probably
being a simple lot.
After.
Is that what you're saying? That
Our
we're,
next rehearsal.
we're simple.
yes.
Yes.
We're 2,000 pounds of simple, we are simple tongue.
There you go. Ouch. So anyway, the song is called "The Lord of the Dance." It started out, as we heard, as a hymn. It is often sung in churches now. It's in pretty much every hymnal. But the famous Irish step dancer Michael Flatley turned it into a Broadway extravaganza, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to mix the hymn with the extravaganza, and we'll see how that works out.
Recreate the whole thing.
A hymn ganza.
The hymn ganza. Lord of the Dance.
Okay. And so, yes, and we're hoping that many of you are
What's that?
tuning in, watching us to
Ordinary Man.
do Grandma. No, then when's that come next?
After Ordinary Man.
Okay. Anyway, so we're hoping that you're enjoying this little live presentation so far. You can't be watching the Miami Marlins, that's for sure.
I wonder if we'd get some sponsorships. We're like touting here. We got Smittix. I've got Jameson going on here.
We got Roosevelt Stadium.
Roosevelt Stadium.
Oh, I guess not gonna get many.
St. Stephen's Green,
Not
represent.
many get a lot of sponsors for Roosevelt Stadium in Jersey City.
There you go.
Blowing it into the coffers.
Are we getting any requests, by the way?
We don't have a monitor this time.
Ah,
I actually hope people are watching.
that would be a good thing.
Put it on the TV.
Yeah. Okay, Eric, take it over here.
We're going to do a Christy Moore song, and I'm about to prove that I haven't played it in 120 days.
And the name is?
Oh, yeah. Ordinary Man.
ordinary men. Okay.
All versions are correct.
With this next song, we usually say that's an audience participation song. So where's Jet?
Jet.
He's paying attention.
Okay, he's paying attention. He's gonna have to participate
I
in this
thought the
one.
monitor was Jet.
He's licking the steps.
He's looking at steps. Anyway, we got a few requests to do this song, and so we're going to do it. We put it off as long as we could, and we're going to do it. It's a true story, maybe, I don't know. But it's written by a couple of fellows back in the 1930s, I think, or 1940s. But it has roots to Mark Twain. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh.
Yes. Anyway, it's a song called I'm My Own Grandpa. Here we go. And I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but really it's so. I'm my own grandpa. Many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as can be. This widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her, and soon the two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law, which changed my very life. My daughter was my mother, 'cause she was my father's wife. And to complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. This little baby then became a brother-in-law to Dad, and so became my uncle, though it made me very sad. For if he was my uncle, then he also was the brother of the widow's grown-up daughter, who of course was my stepmother. And I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but really it's so. I'm my own grandpa. My father's wife then had a son, which kept him on the run. Thus became my grandchild, 'cause he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my father's mother, and it makes me blue. Although she is my wife, she is my grandmother too. Now if my wife is my grandmother, I am her grandchild. Every time I think of it, it nearly drives me wild. Now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband of my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. And I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but really it's so. I'm my own grandpa. Once again, and I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but really it's so. I'm my own grandpa. All right, grandpa, thank you.
Black and
See?
Yeah, it was real cool until we
Yeah,
all started singing.
the hot lights. We're under the hot
Yes,
lights.
that's
We're
what it
sweating. Okay. Take it away.
The Hot Lights. We're going to do an Irish Rebel song. Now, I don't know who wrote it. Somehow I think it was Dominic Bean, and forgive me if it wasn't, but I have a feeling it was. He wrote a song we did last time called The Patriot Game, as well as many, many others. He was the brother of Brendan Bean. But it's called Come Out Ye Black and Tans. I was born on a valley street, running in the next street there walked on us. And the night when the town the neighbors and boys fight for us. Come out, you black
All right, black and tans.
What time is it?
Oh, we got it's like
38, 8:38.
8:39.
22 minutes and we got 5 songs.
Okay.
4 Greenfields.
This will, okay. Do this one.
Yeah. G. Yeah. Many of you have probably heard of the Clancy brothers and Tommy Lee. Apparently I haven't.
Yes.
But anyway, Tommy Macomb was riding from Dublin one time up to his house in Cady in County Armagh. And he was gazing over the countryside and he said, how could this beautiful land be in the middle of trouble and strife? It was in the late 60s when the troubles were happening. And he wrote this song and wrote it down when he got to his mother's house in Cady. It's called 4 Green Fields. My old green field will bloom once again, said she.
Or green fields. Tommy Bacon. Great Tommy Bacon.
Ho!
Oh boy. Okay.
D.
And this is about?
Another intro here.
Yes.
There's a great group up in Maine called Schooner Fair. We do a couple of their songs, but this is their signature tune about the, not the capital, but the largest city in the state of Maine. We all know that the capital is Augusta. Yay!
What is Augusta? Oh, sorry. One more time, sorry. 1, 2.
I see the light across the bay. I see the light not far away. And I hear music all around. I'm getting close to Portland town. So mother, won't you make my bed? I see the light of Portland head. I see the light. I'm coming around. I'm coming home to Portland town.
Some years ago, I said, "Court for parts unknown, leaving behind both friends and foes, needing to find what I've come to know. I love the island and the farewell to Castle from distant years and years in vain. My heart has called me home again."
I see the light across the bay. I see the light not far away. And I hear music all around. I'm getting close to Portland town. So mother, won't you make my bed? I see the light of Portland head. I see the light. I'm coming round. I'm coming home to Portland town.
Of all the places I've been, she's still the fairest part I know. She works the seas and fills the bars and holds the children in her arms.
I've never known a prouder past. Here come the beautiful at last. Here come the feeling across the sky. And I hold my head up high. I see the light across the bay. I see the light not far away. And I hear music all around. I'm getting close to Portland town. So mother, won't you make my bed? I see the light of Portland head. I see the light. I'm coming round. I'm coming home to Portland town. I see the light across the bay. I see the light not far away. And I hear music all around. I'm getting close to Portland town. So mother, won't you make my bed? I see the light of Portland head. I see the light. I'm coming round. I'm coming home to Portland town. I'm coming home to Portland town.
Woo! Right. Portland town.
Three left. Crack with 90.
And then I guess we get them all in, right?
Road and parking lot.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Okay.
Was that a James Bond girl, plenty of time.
Yes, awesome.
Plenty of tool.
Plenty of tool, right? Well,
Another intro. This is a song that we learned from Christy Moore. He learned it from a fellow named Barney Rush, who was an Irishman who was singing on the Isle of Man. And it's called The Crack, C-R-A-I-C, was 90 in the Isle of Man.
Easy for you to say.
You ready there around the corner, sir? What you looking for?
We're in the key of
Oh, I lost my tipper.
A.
he lost his tipper.
It's fine.
In his hearts, where the heights was reaching. Oh, what a things down in the dark. What she said and find the clock. Her last now, she's white with over and she'll be back. Marrying Mickey and all the crack was 90 in the eye of a man. Before we still found the face, the day down and surely raised the bar. After it's been a ship, sailing up from the port. And without turning on his head, one would walk amazing bed. Wine and room, food and show my face and one come up alone. It's a Mickey man. All the crack was 90 in the eye of a man. Next morning went to ramble around to see the sights of Dublin's town. All went in for a mighty session in the pub, they called it Larry's. All they drunk till 3:30, the sober went swimming in the sea. Back to the dicks for the spruce up, but waiting for the road sea. We all drew on our plan, all the crack was 90 in the eye of a man. Next morning went to ramble around to see the sights of Dublin's town. All went in for a mighty session in the pub, they called it town. All the drunk till 3:30, the sober went swimming in the sea. Back to the dicks for the spruce up, but waiting for the road sea. We all drew on our plan, all the crack was 90 in the eye of a man. Now what the man sees is to look for the Iron Man. He was took, the little man was by her side, hanging a jar into her. What the law, he took a chance. Yes, it's where went out to dance. Down the floor they stepped it out, shook a whack, it was no bother. Everything was known to plan. All the crack was 90 in the eye of a man. Now the Isle of Man woman France, he whacked his neck, the friends was king, and whack, they all whacked into whack. Whack was landing on his back. Luckily the horse arrived as well, and the trouble else as well. Ended up in the Douglas jail, all the governing boat did sail, divorced every man. All the crack was 90 in the eye of a man. All the crack was 90 in the eye of a man.
Woo! And those extra verses again.
It was a split verse. We forgot to tell you that McShane was there with his tie and shirt, and the foreign girls he was trying to flirt.
Okay, we'll do on one road.
Mm-hmm.
Should we tell that little story about this song?
Sure, go ahead.
So we, for many years, we used to play at a place down in Trenton called Sweeney's Saloon. And we played there for all the major holidays, St. Patrick's Day, the day of the Trenton Parade, all the major holidays. And when we would sing this next song, the help, the waitresses, the bartenders, barmaids, waiters, the cook staff would go crazy. They'd love it because they knew it was going to be the end of the night. So it's a song called On the One Road.
And who do we dedicate it to? Mary and Roy and all those who are listening. I know a couple of you are. Sweeney's Refugees.
Yes.
We're on the one road, carrying the one load. We're on the road to God knows where. We're on the long road, and maybe the wrong road, but we're together now. Who cares? Northmen, Southmen, comrades all. Dublin, Belfast, Cork, and Donegal. We're on the one road. Swing along, sing a soldier song. Though we've had much trouble, now
All right, we're getting to the end of the evening here, and we want to thank you all for joining us tonight on our third live performance here. And we're planning to have at least another one, I guess, right, guys?
I would say.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to end with this next song. Eric, you could explain it.
So the song is a traditional end of evening kind of song. Its uses and meaning have been varied over the years. Sometimes it's sung the night they call it what do they call it?
Irish wake.
Yeah, it is an Irish wake. When you send an emigree out from Ireland, possibly never to return, you sing the song. And sometimes just when everybody leaves the pub, we're gonna do by request. We're gonna do 2 verses of it, assuming I can remember 2 verses. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, for memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Sláinte. Good night. Thanks for tuning in.
See you next time. Thank you.